Hey, let me ask you something personal, but important. Have you ever felt just off? Not sick, not in pain exactly, but like something's been bothering you that you can't quite put your finger on? Maybe you've been dealing with itching, a bit of irritation, or a strange smell that wasn't there before. Or maybe you've noticed that your confidence, especially in private moments, just isn't what it used to be. But you don't say anything, because who do you talk to about that, right? We're men. We're taught to just live with it, to tough it out. But what if that discomfort, that quiet nagging feeling down there, isn't just a random part of aging? What if it's your body asking for help, politely, gently, before things get worse? You see, there's a part of men's health that almost never gets talked about, especially as we age. We talk about heart health, we talk about joints, we talk about memory. But penis care, genital health, it's like it's been left behind in the shadows. And here's the truth. Ignoring that area of your health doesn't make the issues go away. It just makes you feel more alone when they show up. Look, this isn't just about sex. This is about staying clean, avoiding infections, feeling fresh, avoiding embarrassment, and yes, preserving your dignity every single day. It's about waking up and not having to wonder, what's going on with me? It's about being able to move comfortably, sit comfortably, go to sleep peacefully, and feel like you're still in control of your body. In this video, we're going to talk openly and respectfully about the 5 penis care rules every older man should follow every single day. Not medical lectures, not awkward fluff, just real talk, simple, clear, and powerful habits you can start doing immediately to stay healthy, comfortable, and confident. And I'll tell you this, the last rule might be the one you've never even considered before, and it could change how you sleep, how you feel, and even how you carry yourself. So don't go anywhere, stick around, because no one else is having this conversation the way we're going to have it. And if you're ready to take your health into your own hands and finally take care of the parts no one ever taught you to talk about, drop a comment below that says, "Taking charge." Let's normalize this. Let's open the door. And if this kind of honest, real health talk matters to you or someone you care about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join our growing community here at Wisdom of Longevity. You deserve to feel informed, empowered, and respected at every age. Let's start with Rule 1. Clean gently, but daily. Picture this, John, 72, still sharp, still active. He walks every morning, cracks jokes with his grandkids, and takes pride in staying independent. But for a while, he started noticing a mild itch, and sometimes a faint odor that just wouldn't go away. He brushed it off. Just old age, he told himself. His skin had gotten more sensitive, so he figured skipping a proper wash now and then was no big deal. But weeks passed. That irritation, it didn't go away. It got worse. Eventually, a routine doctor visit revealed what he'd ignored, a fungal infection that had quietly taken hold in the warm, moist folds of his skin. Here's what most people don't know. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and less resilient. Combine that with less mobility, a little forgetfulness, or just old habits, and it's a recipe for discomfort, irritation, and sometimes serious infection, especially in places like the groin. One of the most common mistakes older men make, scrubbing too hard, thinking the tougher the clean, the better. Or worse, not cleaning at all because the skin feels irritated. But both approaches can actually do more harm than good. Here's the simple fix. Use lukewarm water, a gentle, unscented cleanser, and treat the area like you would your face, not your kitchen floor. Pat dry, never rub. And if you're uncircumcised, always retract the foreskin gently and clean underneath. It only takes a minute, and that minute, it can save you weeks of discomfort or worse. But here's the thing, even with perfect hygiene, if you're wearing the wrong underwear, you're setting yourself up for trouble. Rule 2, wear the right underwear. Let's talk about Ron. Ron made a switch at 65. He ditched his tight briefs for loose boxers, wanted more freedom, more airflow. But instead of relief, he ended up with chafing, sweat marks, and a feeling like something was always rubbing the wrong way. Turns out, it's not just about style, it's about the fabric and the fit. As we get older, we tend to sweat differently. Sometimes it's due to medication. Sometimes it's from lower testosterone, slower metabolism, or even light incontinence. Tight synthetic underwear traps heat and moisture, leading to rashes, odor, and infections. But super loose boxers, they offer no support, which means more friction and more risk for irritation. Here's the balance. Go for breathable fabrics like cotton or moisture-wicking blends, and choose underwear that fits snug, not tight, like a supportive handshake, not a bear hug. And if you ever sweat during the day or deal with leakage, change into dry underwear as soon as you can. Never sit around in damp fabric. That's how bacteria gets comfortable, and you don't want that. But let's go deeper, because sometimes it's not about what you feel, it's what you see. To Rule 3, examine regularly without obsession. Harold was 70 when he noticed a small lump near the base of his penis. It wasn't painful, didn't really change, so he left it alone. It'll go away. 6 months later, he finally mentioned it to his doctor. Turned out, it was a skin growth that could have been treated easily if it had been caught earlier. Here's the hard truth. Aging men are at risk for changes we often ignore. Lumps, swelling, discoloration, even changes in temperature or sensation. Sometimes it's nothing. Other times it's a warning sign. But most of us don't check. Why? Because it feels awkward, embarrassing, or because we assume, I'd know if something was wrong. But here's the thing, a lot of conditions are painless and gradual. That's why it's important to check yourself once a week. Doesn't take long. Just a quick visual and touch check after your shower. Look for anything new. Unexplained swelling, red or dark spots, patches of dry or cracked skin. If something feels off, don't panic. Don't ignore it. Just ask your doctor. Your body's not trying to scare you, it's just talking to you. And the sooner you listen, the easier it is to fix. But even if everything looks okay, let's talk about how it feels, especially when the skin down there starts to feel tight, dry, or uncomfortable. Rule 4, moisturize and hydrate. Stan, 69, used to wince every time he sat down in the wrong kind of chair. His skin felt tight, itchy. He thought it was the weather, maybe a side effect of his meds. But it wasn't either of those. It was dry skin from years of using harsh soaps and never once moisturizing below the belt. Older skin loses moisture faster, especially the thin, sensitive skin in the genital area. And when it dries out, it cracks, itches, sometimes even bleeds. Worse still, those micro tears become perfect places for bacteria to sneak in. But there's a simple solution, and it's not just for women. Moisturizing isn't about beauty, it's about comfort and skin health. Use a small amount of fragrance-free, dermatologist-approved moisturizer after you shower. Something gentle like vitamin E oil or natural coconut oil. Nothing fancy, just enough to keep the skin soft and protected. And don't forget, hydration starts from the inside. Drink water. Cut back on diuretics like too much coffee or alcohol. If your mouth is dry, your skin probably is too. Now all this care, cleaning, checking, moisturizing, it all builds toward one final rule. The one most men never think about, but it's maybe the most important of them all. Rule 5, let it breathe, nighttime freedom. Let me tell you about Peter. Peter's 68, he tried something new. Started sleeping commando, no underwear, just loose cotton pajamas. At first it felt weird, but within days he noticed less itching, fewer nighttime wake-ups, and an odd surprise. He just felt better. Why? Because your skin, especially down there, needs to breathe. We spend all day trapped in layers, tight pants, warm underwear, long hours of sitting. By nightfall, the area is hot, damp, and often irritated. That constant confinement builds up heat and bacteria, and your skin never gets a chance to recover. Sleeping without underwear or with loose, breathable cotton sleepwear gives your skin a break. It improves circulation, reduces friction, and helps prevent rashes or fungal buildup. And no, it's not unhygienic as long as you're clean. In fact, clean sheets, clean skin, and airflow are some of the best gifts you can give your body overnight. So try it tonight. Let your body reset. Let it breathe. Because now, we're not just talking about physical changes. We're talking about how these small acts of care reflect how you see yourself, how they protect your confidence, your comfort, and your peace of mind. And in a world that rarely talks about what happens to men as they age, you're taking control. You're not ignoring it. You're not ashamed. You're doing what wise men do, taking care of what matters, even the parts no one else sees. And in just a moment, we'll pull all of this together. Let's talk about what this means, not just for your body, but for your identity as a man, and the power that comes with knowing how to care for yourself. Let's take a moment and be real. Talking about this stuff, it's not easy. It's personal. It's private. And for a lot of men, especially as we grow older, noticing changes down there can feel like losing a part of who we used to be. Maybe things don't look the same. Maybe you're not feeling the same sensations, or you're more sensitive than you were. Maybe there's a quiet worry you've been carrying, wondering if it's just aging or something more. And the hardest part? No one talks about it. Most guys don't sit around discussing penis health over coffee. You're expected to just deal with it. Stay quiet, be tough. But let me tell you something that might feel strange at first, but it's true. You're not weak for noticing. You're wise for paying attention. Because here's the truth. Taking care of your body as you age isn't about chasing who you used to be. It's about owning who you are, right now. It's about staying present, aware, and in control. These 5 rules we've talked about today, they're not just hygiene tips. They're acts of self-respect. They're small, simple choices you make each day to protect the one body you've got. They're the difference between ignoring and empowering yourself, between reacting in fear and preparing with confidence. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Don't wait until something gets painful or serious. Don't let embarrassment stop you from living comfortably. Start with one change from today's list. Just one. Something small, something doable. Because that one change, it could be the thing that prevents discomfort, spots a problem early, or just helps you feel more like yourself again. And if you've been feeling like you're the only one dealing with this, please hear me. You are not alone. Thousands of men, your age, your background, are quietly managing the same exact concerns. And here at Wisdom of Longevity, we're not going to pretend these topics don't matter. We're going to talk about them with honesty, with respect, and with care. Now, before we wrap this up, let's do a quick recap of what we covered. Clean gently, but daily. Skip the harsh soaps, respect your skin. Wear the right underwear. Supportive, breathable, and dry. Your fabric choice matters. Examine regularly. A quick weekly check can catch things early and keep you safer. Moisturize and hydrate. It's not about vanity, it's about skin health and daily comfort. Let it breathe at night. Give your body the rest and recovery it deserves. 5 simple rules, but together they make a powerful routine that helps you feel better, move better, and live better. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these habits have you already been doing? And which one surprised you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. Because here's the truth. Your story might help another man feel less alone. Your experience might be the one that gives someone else the courage to speak up and take action. And if this video helped you think differently, if it gave you something useful or made you feel seen, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want more honest conversations about aging, men's health, and the things nobody else is saying out loud. This is Wisdom of Longevity, where we talk about the stuff that actually matters, the quiet battles, the real solutions, and how to age with dignity, strength, and clarity. Thanks for being here with me today. Stay strong, stay informed, and take care of yourself. Every single part of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.